The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution by Ravensburger.
Hello and welcome to another special edition of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad, and today in this special Mom vs. Dad edition, we are going to be playing The Quest for Eldorado from Ravensburger. Now, this is a game, it's a deck building game, but it's a racing game. So we're going to be building our deck with cards that are going to help us move through the jungle by either having machetes or oars or gold in order to help us get from the starting place all the way through to Eldorado, the city of gold. So let's find out who can get to the gold first, Mom or Dad? We've got a starting hand of cards, and we know whose cards they are because the starting hand has our color, our player color. So since there is no green, I am playing red. Mom is playing Megan's normal color, which is blue. But I'll show you what our starting deck of cards is. We have an explorer who lets us move one machete. Actually, we have 3 of him. We have several of the travelers, which will give us 1 coin apiece, with 4 of those. And then we also have a sailor, which will give us 1 of the paddles. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up our deck, and we're going to draw 4 cards at a time. So we start off, and we always have the same basic cards in the market. They have a little brown dot next to them. So we have the scout, which gives us 2 machetes and costs 1. The photographer gives us 2 gold and costs 2. We have the jack of all trades, which will give us one of each of those that we can use. We can only use 1, but it costs us 2. We have the treasure chest, which costs 3 gold, but it gives us 4 gold. But you'll notice it's got this little X. So that means that after we use this, we discard it from the game. We have the trailblazer, who gives us 3 machetes and costs 3 gold. And then finally, we have the transmitter, which costs us 4, and we have to get rid of it. But it allows us to basically take one of the cards in the auxiliary market. Mom just reminded me that when we buy from the market, when we look at our hand here, obviously this is going to give us 1 gold, but let's say that we still had these 2 cards in our hand. We can actually use these cards as a half a gold apiece. So for every 2 cards that you turn in, that's going to count as 1 gold. And I also need to point out that we have barriers between each of the big tiles, and it shows what we need. So in this case, in order to break through this barrier, you have to discard 1 card. Then the player who does that gets to take this, and that's used as a tiebreaker towards the end. After we set the board up, we were thinking, we've played the basic setup enough. So what we did was we just kind of grabbed tiles, we shuffled them up, and we decided to come up with our own layout here. Also, this is more beneficial to the camera, so I think it'll show you guys a better gameplay without us having to constantly move the camera. Plus, you can also see the marketplace. Mom, you get to be the first player, so you get the handy dandy, ultra cool Indiana Jones first player marker fedora. So that's really cool. Usually I wear the hat, but you get to wear the hat this game. So because Mom is the first player, she is actually starting on the 1st and 3rd spot, because in a 2-player game, you each have to have you each have 2 explorers that you have to get to Eldorado. Now, with Mom being the first player, then if she gets to Eldorado first, I still get 1 final play because she was first player. So I think that's about it. We just can't occupy the same space as an explorer already, either mine or hers. So we're ready to go. We've shuffled up. We've got our 4 cards. Mom, go for it.
Okay, I have 2 explorers, 2 machetes. I'm going to go 1, 2. I have 2 gold, and I'm going to buy the photographer if you hand it to me.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I also want to point out we are playing with the caves variant, so there are 4 cave tiles on each of the caves. Now we get to take that tile when we end our turn with that explorer adjacent to the cave. And when we get to the caves, then I'll explain more about that. So I have an explorer. Let's see, hang on.
I don't know which one you
Yeah. I will move him one there. And then I have 3 gold. So I think I will buy a Trailblazer. So when you buy a card from the market, it immediately goes in your discard pile. And that is my turn.
I have 1 sailor, 1 explorer, 2 gold, and I'd like to buy I'm gonna buy 1 scout,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna burn the other one.
So you had 3 gold?
I had 2. That would only cost me 1.
Oh, he did only cost 1. Why was
Yeah.
I thinking that?
So and now I need to shuffle because I don't have any cards.
You do need to shuffle, and you are kind of in my way a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play 2 explorers and go 1, 2 with him, and then what do I want to do with that? I can't do anything with that card. I think I will spend my 1 gold, and I will buy a scout.
Okay.
And that is my turn. So I'm going to hang on to that last card.
Okay.
So,
2 gold. 1 explorer. Another gold. And then I will buy a scout.
okay. Now that we have an empty space in the marketplace, someone can buy any of the other cards from the auxiliary market, and once they do, then that card will actually move up and take that empty slot. And I think I know which card we probably need. In fact, I will probably buy one, and you'll be very happy with me that I did. So I will actually start off and use my explorer. Would you move my little dude, my red dude, since there are no green in the game, next to the cave? Yep. And then I will, I'm going to hang on to this card. But then I'm going to spend 2 gold, and I'm going to buy this captain because he gives 3 paddles, and we got a lot of water coming up. So then the remaining 2, because there's 3 of each card, the remaining 2 will go up into the active market. Now I will take the top tile there, and I have to show what it is. And this is basically a wild. I can move on to any space. So that'll stay face up, and I can use that at any time. So I got to draw back up to my maximum 4. Since I kept 1, I'm only drawing 3.
I have 2 machetes, 1 machete, 2 gold. I'd like to buy that captain card.
Oh, captain, my captain.
And then I'll put it in my discard pile. And I have to shuffle because I don't have enough cards.
Now here's the thing about the caves. If I wanted another cave tile, I would actually have to move this guy away, have him end his turn, and then actually go back and be adjacent. I can't just go another adjacent to it and take another tile. That's against the rules. We don't want to break the rules, now do we? Let's go with 2 explorers for 2 machetes, and I'll go 1, 2. I'll play a sailor and go there. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play that gold, and I'll move up there.
Okay, I'm going to play the 1 sailor, and then I will get this middle piece.
Now these barriers are used only as a tiebreaker. So if we both get our dudes to Eldorado, then whoever has the most of the barricades would actually win. Also, she was on the barricade on that turn. It's just like any other space. I can't move on it, and I cannot move through it while she is there.
I'm going to play 2 machetes, 1 machete, and I'm going to discard my 1 other card.
Okay.
Now, can I take my card now, or I have to wait? Oh, I
Yep,
take it
take
now.
it now.
Okay.
And turn it face up.
It is. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, that's the one that I had in our last game. Basically, you can discard that 1 to 4 cards and then draw those up.
So I can take any. I can go 1, 2, 3, or 4. It don't have to be 4.
Now, in
Be
fact,
any amount.
let me read it directly from the rules just so I don't mess that one up. Yeah. These tokens allow you to replace the cards in your hand. When you play the token, play up to 4 cards from your hand above your expedition board, then draw that many cards from your draw pile.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically you get rid of the crap and you hopefully draw better.
Okay. So now it's your turn.
It is my turn. I will play my Trailblazer and go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what the heck? I'll spend my Scout, and my Scout will just move up 1 because is there a reason? No, I'll move there. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to move there because I want to try to get across. You can't go through mountains, but you do have a camp. So yeah, we can't go onto those spaces. But if we go into the camp, it actually shows us how many cards we actually get rid of out of our hand from the game. So it's a good way to cull. In this case, that is 3 cards. So I will use my 2 gold and I will buy a photographer so she can capture my exploits as I'm going through the jungle. And of course, what song would we sing when we're playing this game?
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
I'm going to buy
Earmuffs so you don't hear me sing.
maybe. What's the transmitter do again?
It's a transmitter, a radio for speaking to God. That would be Belloc from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Transmitter lets you, when you play that, you're going to discard that out of the game, but you're going to be able to take any of the other cards from the auxiliary, regardless of its cost. I usually always go for the transmitters.
I'm going to buy that with my 4. And I'm going to move my other guy sideways 1.
Sideways 1. Okay. Well, let's do this. I'm going to play my captain, and I'm going to go 2 and 1. And then I think I'm just going to discard those 3 in order to go there.
So you have to discard 3 out of your hand, not 3 out of your
Correct.
deck.
Yeah,
So you have to have 3 in your hand.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Actually, you know what? I just looked, and that's the only discard on the entire game board.
No.
No, that's the get it out of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
usually we have a bunch of those spaces.
Okay, so I'm going to do the 3 also.
So those are going to be going out of the game.
Oh,
you go
they're
to the
going out of the
camp.
game. Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. You had a different one.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, mine is just the discard.
Oh.
Yours is the camp.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. So then I'm going to do the 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to discard.
Okay.
I got to shuffle.
We got a lot of gold, a lot of multiple gold. So just want to point out, I've got 2 gold here. These spots here require 2 gold, but it has to be a 2 gold card. I can't combine 2 cards in order to satisfy that. So that doesn't actually do me any good. But I will buy a photographer, which would give me 2 gold, and I'll open up another spot on the
Now,
market.
can you use a 3 gold or 5, 4
Oh, yeah.
gold? You just have to be more than what's on here.
Correct.
Okay.
So, you know, let's go ahead. I'm going to play my sailor. I'm going to move him over 1. And I'm just going to discard that explorer because I don't really need him. I need to try to get my gold in my hand.
I'm going to spend 3 gold and take a journalist, and I'm going to put him up there then, and these over there.
Wouldn't you know what I drew? I drew all my machete cards. Actually, I can go that way. So I don't know why I didn't see that before. So there is a 3. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. I will then use my Explorer and go 1. And I think I will discard my Traveler, but I'm going to keep this other card. Well, you know what? I'm going to use this token. What the heck? So I'm going to use that as a wild. I'll move on to here, and then I'll use my Scout, and I will move. I'll just move there. So I will get this barrier. There you go. And now I'm out of cards.
Okay. I'm gonna go there, there. Then I'm gonna play this and get rid of these 2 cards, but draw 2 more. So this would be out then.
Yep.
And I have I want to play the transmitter, and I can get anything I want from the market, right?
Yep. But the transmitter goes out of the game.
Goes out of the game. I would like a native.
Yeah, natives are good. They're basically wild cards.
And my other, I'm just going to discard.
Okay. I'll play my Captain. I'll move there for 1 paddle. And then I will discard those 3 to move there. And that is my turn. So we each have 1 barrier. We probably should have included another hex with another barrier just so we would have an odd number.
Yeah, probably would have made more sense, but okay. 1 gold, 1 gold, and then I guess I'm
You
gonna.
can't swear on.
I said shoot.
Oh, I thought you said something else. This is a family-friendly show.
I said shoot. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Is that a 3?
No, it was a 1.
That was a 1.
No,
It was just a sailor, not a captain.
no.
Okay. Well, you know, I think I'm going to do this instead. Just because I like to. I'm going to spend 4 gold and I'm going to buy a transmitter so I can speak to God. And then I'm going to play my sailor and move there. Because this is a race.
3 captain, 1, 2, 3. 2 gold. 1 gold. And I'm gonna hold on to my other card. Just
Okay.
draw 3.
Well, I'll spend 3 gold. Well, yeah, I'm going to spend 3 gold and I'm going to buy a journalist. I'm gonna buy a journalist. You know what? I want to buy a trailblazer instead. And then I'm going to spend 1 explorer to go there and a trailblazer to move 3. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. Hello, how are you?
Not happy at the moment. 1 traveler. You just
That sounds like something from Ghostbusters.
blocked me. 1, 2, 1. And I'll still hold on to my other card.
Okay. So I'll spend a scout and go, whoops, 1, 2. I will spend a captain to go 1, 2. And you know what? I'm gonna discard those 2 explorers.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1 explorer. I'm going to use my native to go here. Gonna do my journalist 2 and 3. And then my scout would be 2.
Ruh-roh. And you can
So-
just stay there until your other guy catches up too.
So now I'm out of cards, gotta shuffle. But you can't cross that border till I do.
I cannot. That is Correctamundo.
But you can sit over there and buy a ton of stuff too.
Well, I know. So let me do this. I'll spend, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do.
I'm going to spend 1 traveler, and I'm going to move him up. And then I'm going to spend 4 gold, and I'm going to buy another transmitter. And I will discard my explorer.
Okay, I have 1 gold to move this little guy. He's lagging behind. I have 1 explorer to go there. I have a captain. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Let's take this out so you get
Thank
that.
you.
Whoops.
And then I have another scout. 1, 2, and I'll get this little piece. And I don't know what that means.
When you have a card like the transmitter, instead of discarding it, you put it back. You put it in your discard pile,
Reuse it.
and then you reuse it. So you get two uses out of a card.
Okay.
Basically, it's a good card to have. All right, I'm going to use 1 sailor to move him up. I'm going to use a trailblazer and go 1, 2, 3. I would use another trailblazer because that's a 3, so I will go there and I will spend my transmitter. And you know, I think I am going to. Normally, I like to get the compass or the native, but I think I'm going to go with the compass instead. So I'm not actually buying the card. I'm using the transmitter to get it, so I don't actually move that up to the active market. But my transmitter will go out of play. And since I ended next to here, I get this cave token, which is worth 2 gold. Woohoo!
All right, so I've got a traveler and I've got an explorer and I'm going to discard and hold on to 1.
Okay. I'll use my traveler to move here. I'll use my captain to go 1, 2, 3. I will go here, and I'm going to actually get rid of that explorer. Call that out of my deck, and that will be it. No, it's not. I am going to use my scout, and I will go 1, 2.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Gonna move in 1. I'm going to. Now I'm just gonna do my 3 gold to get the traveler.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, sorry. And I'm going to discard this and hold on to the other one.
All right. I'll use my explorer to move up onto the barrier there. I will move here, and I will get rid of one of my travelers. I will move back to here to get rid of another traveler, and I will discard my final traveler.
I'm gonna play 3 gold to get a giant, whatever this is.
Oh, the giant machete?
Gives me 6.
Yeah, that's
But
when
you gotta move the rest up.
Oh yeah, you bought it.
And then I'm going to use my native to move here. Now, I didn't move away and go back.
Correct, so you can't get a
So
cave
I can't
top.
get it. Okay. And then I gotta shuffle.
Okay, I will move with my scout. 1, 2. Hit this barrier. So we will tie if we both make it there. I will use my explorer to go here. And you know what? For 3, I am gonna grab a giant machete. Because why not? Right? And then since I ended next to that cave, I will get a cave token that gives me, ta-da, another 2 gold. Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to play the scout, which goes 1, 2. The captain for 3 paddles. The 1 gold for there. And I'll take a captain 3 thing there, yeah. Oops, I put him in the wrong spot. So,
You done?
I'm done.
Okay. Let's play my Trailblazer and go 3 there. I'm going to play my transmitter, my second transmitter, and I think I will, what do I want to do? I'm going to grab the native. Then I have a quandary of what I want to do here. I can move that guy or I can move that guy. If I do that, that could hose me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move my captain. Oops. 2, 3, and then another 1 with my sailor. That's it.
I'm going to spend 2 and get a compass.
All right. I like the compass. Whoops.
Which
The
I'm not
compass.
sure what
Oh,
it
I
does.
grabbed the
Draw
compass with
3
the
cards
transmitter. That's
from
fine.
your draw pile.
Yeah, and then you get rid of the compass.
Okay. And then I'm going to hold on to this card, I think. So I'll just take 3.
Okay, well, I will play this compass, and that's going to be out of the game, but I can draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Not really what I wanted. I use, well, I could do this. Let me do that. I'm going to use my Trailblazer and go 1, 2, 3. And then I will use my Scout and go 1, 2. Use my Explorer and go 1. And then I have 5 money. You know what? I want to do that? Yeah, I want to buy that. I'm actually buying the last native. We took natives as transmitters, so there's actually nothing to even go up there for that buy. Although I do have another 4, but you can only do 1 buy per turn, so I don't think I mentioned that before.
I have a sailor, I have a traveler, I have,
Oh, and I get my
oh yeah,
cave. Oh, going to allow me to get rid of any card
1, 2,
out of my
3,
hand.
and then 1. And I'll get the cave, which is, I think, just 1 gold.
Yep, that's just 1 gold. Yeah, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to play my giant machete, which will let me move 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm running around the water. I'll play my Trailblazer, which gives me 3. 1, 2, 3. I will play, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I will use this to get rid of a traveler out of my hand. And I'll hang on to that.
I have 3 gold there. I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm going to keep that card in my hand, so I'll get rid of that little
Well,
token.
it'll go to your discard.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to discard it. Then I have move my dude into the Eldorado.
Well, you gotta, yep. So you're on there and you do the
native.
dance. So you're the first one. You get the first pick of all the lovely shiny gold stuff.
Yep, there'll be nothing left. So, and I'm going to discard that.
All right.
So now what happens though?
Well, you're first player. You still have to get both guys there, but unfortunately,
You're going to get your guy.
I'm going to get both of my guys out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my Explorer.
Oh well.
I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to use my Sailor. I'm going to move this guy. He joins you in Eldorado. Where's all the shiny stuff?
It's all gone.
I'm going to use my Native to move there and my Captain to go here. Hey,
Well-
where's all the shiny stuff? That girl took it.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, my little guy got hung out.
Do, 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 do. They're doing the happy dance on top of the little pyramid.
Well, bummer.
All right, so let's do the trophy presentation. Okay, so this gold trophy is really, really heavy.
Ha ha ha.
So, yeah, I think the key was I was able to get those other cards that help me move faster, obviously, because this is a race game. All right, so let's get to what we think. Okay, right off the bat, I really like this game. It's very light. It is a deck building race game, which there's really not too many of them. The gameplay is super fast. There are tons of possibilities on how you can set the map up. We just randomized it. They're double-sided, so you can see if you want more mountains or if you want more water. There are 36 of these cave tiles, and they all do different things. We got a lot of gold tonight. Here's one for a couple paddles. We got one to cull some cards,
Let's look at
some
this
moves.
side.
Yeah, so there you've got where you're discarding a lot of the cards, and you got a camp in the middle.
Or you
So-
gotta have a lot of gold.
Yeah, so it really does change the game a lot and offers a lot of replayability. The cardboard stock that these things come with, they're really good. The game actually does come with a couple more tiles. And like I said, they're double-sided. So, we just kind of went with, the basic setup has you use the starting tile, and it's also double-sided. And then we added 4 tiles in there. But, I mean, we got 2 more tiles here we could have done something with if we wanted to.
Yes, because you have 6 of these pieces.
Yes,
So
we do have
you
6
could
of
have
those.
you could have put all the tiles in with the connectors.
Yeah. I think the artwork on the cards and on the board is really cool. The little turn boards, they show you, this is what you can do in your turn. Here's where you can pick your cards. But it's a half board, so, I mean, your cards are always, hanging off. I probably would have liked to see a full player board if we were going to do that. It really would have just been taken another board here. I guess I could have flipped it over and put them together like that, just to have a full board so the cards would fit on there completely. But, that's really minor. The only other really minor thing that I have is the cards themselves are the small cards. I would have preferred to have the bigger cards. Again, very minor. What do you think?
I like it. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. I agree with you on the cards need to be bigger, but other than that, I'm okay with it.
No.
I wish the little guys, we could bling them out since it's Eldorado. They're going for gold. We need to bling them.
Yeah, and there's no green. I mean, there's blue, and you got
White and yellow.
white and yellow, but you probably would have liked purple because purple's what you've been playing in the videos. Megan would be blue, so if the 3 of us play, I don't know what you guys are going to do. You're going to fight over that. But no, and even the Eldorado tile is double-sided. So do you want water or do you want forest? And then there are also, I guess if you wanted to put this in between, there's 2 of these tiles and they're double-sided as well. So you could put them like this.
So there's plenty of variations.
Yeah,
here.
there's, huge options. And maybe one day we'll put them all together and
Yeah, I'd
see
like
how
to see
that
them go
goes.
across the whole table.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Megan gets home and we teach her this game, then
Yeah.
we'll do that. But it really is a fun, light game. There's not a lot of thinking involved. There's some strategy as far as, getting your guy in front of the other to block him, which I did to you a couple of times. There can be some hate drafting of buying of some of the market cards. Or, in this case where there's an empty slot, you may buy a crap card just to fill that so the other person doesn't get to put something there.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah,
No, I
No.
had not.
yeah.
See, I'm not thinking like that.
Well, see, with the transmitter, when we're actually taking a card, that kind of bypasses that. But there's only 3 transmitters. And I think that was the first time that you grabbed the transmitter. But no, really enjoy this game. Would highly recommend this. This was a nominee for one of the Spiel des Jahres or the Kenner Spiel des Jahres. I don't remember which one, but one of those. So very good game. It says it takes basically 30 minutes or so to play. I think that's what it says in the box. 60 minutes.
Depends
But,
how many tiles you use.
well, and this obviously did not take 60 minutes, but there were only 2 of us. But I've played this game with 3 and 4, and it does move very fast. So really, there's no issue. The only other issue is it is a table hog. You've got to have a good sized table, but that can almost be said for any game anymore. So
I'm upset my guy didn't make it to the final thing.
yeah.
Because all the other ones I've made it, we've either been really close or I've won.
Well, in the last game, I actually cheated you because I was first player and I got my guys there. And on your next turn, you would have been able to get there, but I actually accidentally called the game and said, I win.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that this time, so that was nice. Play by the rules. That's always a good thing. So that is Quest for Eldorado. Like I said, I highly recommend this game. It is light, but it is very accessible. It's very easy to play. I think you will enjoy it. If you like our recommendations, then you'll definitely like this, so you'll want to pick this one up. So that is it, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
So one final thing I do want to point out, I didn't mention that I have played this with my game group, and they basically thought the same as I did. They thought that it's light, but it's fun. So I also want to point out that the artwork on the box, and I might have pointed this out in the unboxing, but very Indiana Jones-ish looking, very gives you that feel that you are going through the jungle. So really dig the artwork. Welcome to A Movie and a Game. This segment is where I am going to pair the perfect movie with this game. Now, obviously, you just got done watching our video on the Quest for Eldorado. So the perfect movie pairing on this, if you wanted to make this into a big themed family night, would be The Road to Eldorado. Now, this is an older movie, came out when Megan was very young, but it was one that we really liked. Unfortunately, we haven't watched it in a while, so we should actually dig it out. And, well, obviously I have dug it out, but we should watch it again. Features the voice talents of Kevin Kline, Kenneth Branagh, Rosie Perez, Armand Asante as the bad guy. But it's a very fun movie. It's got a lot of good music in there from Elton John. So you might want to give this a view when you play The Quest for Eldorado. And that is A Movie and a Game. If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.